5 things I wish I knew before moving to New York City, part 6. This is a dating version, so if you guys haven't watched the other ones, I have a series on 5 things I wish I knew before moving to New York City. My name is Joy. If you guys are new, I am a now 30-something living in New York City in downtown New York, and if you're interested on how to move to New York City or tips about life in New York, then definitely consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell because we make videos every Tuesday and Friday. Now, getting into the first part about the first thing I wish I knew before moving to New York is, yeah, you definitely don't want to date or hook up with your neighbor. Hi, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this. But yeah, so when I first moved to New York, there was this guy. We will call him David. So David lived across the street from me, and David was cool. Like, I thought David was a really nice guy. David seemed like he was always in a relationship, so I thought that he was like someone who would be committed, that sort of thing. David turned out to be a freaking liar, like all of the men in New York City, and screwed me over. And at first I really liked the fact that David lived really close to me because David was like not in my building, but he was across the street. So it was really convenient if I needed to go home and let my dog out, or it was just really convenient in general if you wanted to do anything. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, one, am I romanticizing this relationship because it's New York and it's fall and there's Christmas lights? Or am I also romanticizing this relationship because it's conveniently next door? Either way, David showed his cards and David's not in my life and I've blocked David from everything. So don't date your neighbor or hook up, talking, whatever it is. And David no longer lives next to me because I moved. So thank God, because when I would walk my dog, sometimes I would run into David, and David was like really weird. So that was just really awkward. All right. So next tip number 2 is that if you set a 1 mile radius on your dating app, whether it's Bumble, Hinge, Grindr, whatever you want to do, definitely Grindr, you will definitely cover enough surface area. Because let me tell you, New York, where I live, I'm in the West Village. If I go up to Central Park, which is like more north end, that's 3 miles. If I go south to Wall Street or Fidei, which is the end of the island, that's 3 miles. If I cross the bridge and end up in another state called Jersey, that's 1 mile. So be careful. Bumble has not set up a feature for me to black the Jersey people out of my dating profile because they're all toxic, but they are there. And yeah, you'll cover enough space, and hopefully you won't cover too close of space that they'll be across the street or like in your building, but it'll be enough space for you to cover enough men. I mean, there's like 8 million, or is it billion? I think there's 8 million people in this island, and none of them are in love with me. But still, you should still cover a 1 mile radius. Okay, so next one, number 3, is that if the homeboy, the guy that you're dating, your chatter Brad, if he lives in Murray Hill, first of all, you should definitely run. Second thing is, if he lives in Murray Hill, he probably has a fake wall. So you probably want to double think that, or maybe that's like what you're into. But most guys that live in Murray Hill, they just got out of college, they maybe played lacrosse, they probably were in a frat, they still drink Keystone, they probably hang out at the gym, and they probably work in like a cold calling job. So that's what they afford. Also, there's not much in Murray Hill, so I don't know why you'd live there. Now, let's say you want to date a different type of chatter Brad, and you decide to date one in Fidei. I've dated my finance boys. A little background about me is I actually majored in economics, so money is my thing. This used to be a finance channel for all the OG subscribers. And the finance boys aren't it, you guys. Like, yes, they look great on paper. That's how they got their job. but they're really toxic because their job is really toxic, and they probably don't have time to date you because they don't even have time for themselves. Most people working in finance or in a big consulting job actually are in the office until 3 or 4 in the morning. And just because they're working from home doesn't mean that they're still not working. So if you're the type of queen who needs 24/7 attention, energy like me, then it's probably not going to work for you. And then they're also going to kind of do like those weird, like condescending, manipulative things. So just don't date them. Also, I don't know what tip I am on, but I feel like guys always want to live in Midtown. Because I don't know why, I feel like guys think that when they live in Midtown, they're like in the Joker or something. Like every guy I match with on a dating app, he always lives in Midtown. And I don't care if it's Midtown East or Midtown West, baby, it's still Midtown. And I really don't want to go to Midtown because I really like downtown. This is downtown, all right? You see, it looks residential, it looks cute. There's like streets that you can walk on. There's charming restaurants. It's not like 43rd Street in Times Square. So yeah, I don't understand why most men want to live in Midtown, but also they probably don't understand why most girls want to live in the Village. I think guys like to live in Midtown because of the amenities. Most buildings in Midtown are doorman elevator buildings. And there's usually some amenities like a pool or rooftop or like laundry. Not that men do their laundry. That's sarcastic. Don't take it personally. So yeah, those are my 5 things. First one is don't date your neighbor. Second one is a 1-mile radius is enough. Third thing is that beware of Murray Hill boys. Fourth one is beware of finance boys. And fifth one is beware of Midtown. If you like this video and you want more of it or more dating videos of New York, maybe you want to see me go on a date and I'll bring like a webcam and he just won't know, then definitely give this video a like. The sun's going down, so I have to wrap this up. And make sure you share. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Comment below your dating stories. I want to hear about them.